Yeah. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Pedro is in the house. Hold on, everybody. We are just getting it started right now. Pedro, your mic is not lit up right now. Giving you a sec to get rolling in the background. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're getting started here. It is, oh gee, what the heck date is it? It is, oh, I got an echo in my ear that I need to find out where that's coming from first. Not lit up right now. Giving you a sec to get Pedro, I can hear you. You are on mute right now. Hold on, everybody, while I get rid of this echo in my ear. Might be Pedro feeding back to me. Pedro, I can hear you. You are on mute right now. Hold on, everybody, while I get rid of this echo in my ear. Might be Pedro feeding back to me. I do. Oh, it's building upon each other here. There, I seem to have eliminated it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the DYOR Media Network, in the digital world, however you want to call it. I change up that intro almost every time I say it. I'm here with Pedro Garcia. Pedro, you in the house, baby? Woo!
What up? How my people doing?
Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Good morning, everyone. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the DYOR Media Network.
Go ahead and do what you need to do, and I'll let everybody know the typical stuff. Hey, guys, if you could do me a favor real quick, please hit that like, subscribe button, as well as hit the share button, whatever you like to use as a social media. Please go through and share us on that. We appreciate that if you could. We're trying to grow our small channel. It's growing organically, which is awesome. All
right, I've got the echo going here, Pedro. Hold on, let me solve that. Oh, where is the echo coming from?
Whatever you like to use as a social media.
Let's see where it is. I can't hear it. Hold on, let me go to the YouTube stream. Alright. Sounds like we have a giant crowd in the house. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Whoop whoop. Alright, that's what I'm talking about.
Where is the echo coming from?
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Let's see where it is. I can't hear it. Hold on, let me go to the YouTube stream. Sounds like we have a check. 1 2 1 2. Crowd in the house. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. All right. That's what I'm talking about.
I have no idea where this is coming from. Oh, I think we've solved it.
All right. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
We solved it. We solved the problem. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for. Man, I got to tell you that little feedback sounded like we had this big studio audience and people chatting. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, that'd be one day.
Using the whole fist on?
One day, exactly. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me turn that off. Oh, well, it wasn't such a smooth start to the show, but it wasn't such a smooth start to the ETF season either.
Oh, bro. Talk about
what a disaster that was. Oh, my gosh.
Dude.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to cover that topic in just a minute, too. But, Pedro, let's do the lead-in with BTC and what's going on here this morning.
All right, excellent. All right, so as you guys can see here, that BTC right here is basically back in this, for lack of a better word, like ascending, like consolidation. I mean, it's just, it was really interesting to me to sit there and see with the market, you know, when they announced what was happening, right, with it. And I want to go back to this because this was kind of telling maybe potentially what they're going to do. You saw it go up and then sell off within real quick. I mean, and this was a little bit before the Gensler statement came out. So they shot it up to go down. And when I saw that, and then we saw the against their situation going on. It just said, you know what? I think the banksters are going to sell off, and now they're pushing it up, trying to get people to come into it, and I'm a little bit like saddened by it, right? So I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong with Bitcoin. I hope they're going to push up the market and really get things to get going. So that's what I see. Basically, we're hovering in this consolidation period between 48,000 to 45,000. So that's in a nutshell, my friend. And give me 1 second.
Oh my gosh, Pedro, what a disaster. Anyway, with BTC kind of hanging out after its quite volatile day yesterday, well, actually for a short period yesterday, we kind of had somewhat of a disaster coming from the SEC, and I'm going to treat everybody here today. For those of you, let's see how many we got here watching yet. You know what? I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait to do this for a little bit till we get a few more people online here. After Monday and Tuesday's day of tons of people, got a small crowd today. Live streaming on we're on YouTube today. We're on LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, and Twitter, stuff like that. So we're spreading out. For those of you watching on any of those other services besides YouTube, do us a favor. Come on over to YouTube and watch it and participate in the live conversation going on here. When you come on over to YouTube, make sure you hit the live button so you scroll all the way up to the live time. And if you join this feed, the live feed in long after it started, you may be behind watching this. The DVR feature for YouTube is kind of messed up right now. And so click that button that says live and come to the live. Participate in the conversation. Go back and watch all the good stuff later. But that helps us with the engagement if we focus everybody. I try to broadcast as many platforms as we can so we get people's attention. And then kind of draw them back to YouTube so we have that engagement in one place. And frankly, the monetization in one place. Yeah, that helps. That helps as we try to get this thing going, as I say. Oh, and we've got Dara is here from Ireland. I'm here, but I'm not me. I've hacked myself to manipulate the market. Dara, I just one of these days I'll learn how to pronounce it correctly. If we're even close, let us know. If the G is kind of rough at the end, like or something like that, let us know. If it's silent, if it's just the Irish or Gaelic version of Darren, just let us know. Whatever it is, just give us a clue because we laugh every time we do it. But I don't know if you probably haven't been around the channel much and probably have not watched my show, Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked. It's I've had 3 seasons of it out on YouTube and the great interwebs here. And it's a show in which I spend 10 to 15 minutes going over various rug pulls and the various things that people can learn so that they know all the things that the rest of us jumbalones learned. If you're watching my Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked shows, it gives examples of what not to do investing and how to stay away from rug pulls and honeypots and all that type of stuff. Most of it's obvious, like don't invest in projects where the devs aren't doxxed. You know, don't click on random dApps or enter your seed phrase somewhere. I think all these people keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and I make fun of them on the internet in order to not to put them down, but in order to use education and entertainment in order to make everyone's crypto experience better. Crypto Mike says, "Rug, ruined, and wrecked," and we're gonna have a little mini episode of that here, if I must say. But the question is, will the sound come? Because I screwed up the sound royally earlier. Well, let's just play it and see. Ladies and gentlemen, Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked. Nope, it is not coming through.
That's sad. Wah, wah, wah.
I had it all set up, and it was working great. Oh, here, let's do it again. Let's just for Crypto Mike, I had it on mute. See, ladies and gentlemen.
Dada! What's up, Mike?
sold, rugged, ruined, and wrecked, ladies and gentlemen. Have sold, staking pool. Oh my god, no. Ruined. Let's do it again. Need work. It was a Ponzi scheme. Oh, I lost all my money. Back to pizza delivery, ladies and gentlemen. Back to pizza delivery, and that's rugged. That's the rugged, ruined, and wrecked intro. But the best part of that is that we're just going to get right into a mini episode of that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Pedro, you're not ready for this, but this is the best. Yeah,
but it's going to be fun.
This is the best part of this. The great SEC rug pull. This was the thumbnail from today's show. And so today we're talking about the great SEC rug pull. With famously on this show, Patrick Dougherty, the lawyer for Coinbase that took him to the SEC and got kicked out, said, we're not going to let you register. In fact, we're going to sue you. Famously said on the show, we got rug pulled by the SEC. Coinbase got rug pulled by the SEC. And now everyone got rug pulled by the SEC. Because of what, ladies and gentlemen? Because of this. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Today, the SEC grants approval for Bitcoin ETFs for listings on all registered national security exchanges. Should have been a clue is that the SEC doesn't monitor the exchanges. The CFTC does, and they're the ones that oversee trading on exchanges. But well, I got that. But it depends on the vehicle. The approved Bitcoin ETFs will be subject to ongoing surveillance and compliance measures to ensure continued investor protection. A quote from Gary Gensler, today's approval enhances market transparency and provides investors with efficient access to digital asset investments within a regulated framework. Chair Gary Gensler. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen? Not 4 minutes later, what happened? You got it. You got it, ladies and gents. The SEC rug pulled everybody. Gary Gensler tweets, the SEC Twitter account was compromised and an unauthorized tweet was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of a spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. Isn't it amazing? It's the most amazing thing, Pedro, that you can possibly believe that this would happen. Not only that, but the account obviously had been compromised for some time, waiting for this moment. Just waiting for this moment so they could take advantage of the market and manipulate it, and hit some. They probably were the cause of that big heartbeat pattern yesterday. The big upbeat and then the big downbeat. They probably had a ton of it on a long, ready to go. Bought some, hit the tweet, boom, it goes up, instantly sold, way down. They probably made millions of dollars. And the best part about the whole thing. And this is what I love. The best part of the whole thing is that only a few months ago, the SEC posted this. Oops, wrong button. Try to make it bigger. Careful what you read on the internet. The best source of information about the SEC is the SEC. From when? October 16th, 2003. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your SEC doing its thing on another mini episode of Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked here. I mean, my God. I mean, what a effing disaster. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. It's just your
like. And here's the thing. This is where I'm a little bit timid with Gary Gensler, because they're used to having things so squared away. And they don't understand the nature of crypto. This is what I was talking about earlier in a couple of weeks, or about a week or two ago. Even I think this week I said, do they actually understand the nature of crypto? Right? Is that you have, black hats, red hats, white hats, gray hats that all interchange with each other, and that's a marketplace within itself. So it's one of those things that it's like there needs to be something where. Like I know for a fact that most likely a lot of those black hats are going after Coinbase right now. Like I would not be shocked if they are dealing with real issues right now. So, and they're trying to keep that on the DL. So it's just one of those things. I mean, that's a lot of money going in that, and like I've talked about this, there are wallets out there that have been buying BTC since the drop of when it hit 15,000 plus. Like I was sitting there. I had a friend of mine. We were both looking. I was like, dude, look at this wallet. It is buying Bitcoin on the hour, literally. And then they became a few of them, right? And then now there's quite a few of them that they're not disturbing the market, right? And this is what institutions do for building a position, right? They keep it going sideways until they built up enough position. So I can only imagine what's actually happening within the actual ecosystem of the TriFi. And it's like, I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready. I hope they understand. And there needs to be a project that comes along that can actually help protect a lot of that, creating things that will be able to protect, individual people, because I don't think the SEC is ready, and I don't think that Coinbase is ready as the custodial entity to hold those coins. And so it's going to be, not that they're not, what's the word I want to use? Not that they're not ready, but I don't think do you think they fully understand everything that's about to happen?
No. Well, what I understand is that they have hired some decent people there, and we heard that from a couple other lawyers that have dealt with the SEC. But like most government agencies, the good people are down at the bottom.
Oh wait, breaking ARKB holding is listed on Fidelity limit order. ETF is live. Ticker symbol ETF is now live. Trading starts tomorrow. I'm just reading this. This is actually happy ETF approval day. For real this time. To all those who are, and this is Eric Baltzman here. Let
me go to your screen.
Yeah, this is actually happening right now. Eric Bauman confirms ETF approval just now. Bloomberg. Who said the ETF approval first, though? Me or this PhD monkey from Wall Street? Me. So Crypto News was the first one to break the ETF that is actually trading live, and yeah, look. Yeah, it looks like it's live.
Hold on. Let's get a confirmation on that. Let's do like we're a real news or journalist group or something like that.
Yeah, confirm. So let's go to the SEC. Do you want to pull up the SEC real quick and just confirm that it's live?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's not do a Kramer here and it's horrible. SEC first rule is check the website. So yeah, go check the website. This guy's fire, dude. Honestly, if you guys haven't subscribed to Crypto News, that guy's fire. Whoever's running it, I literally get stuff. The whole entire debacle that happened yesterday was so funny because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, and this guy, as soon as that stuff was happening, boom, boom, boom. Like I was sitting there like, this guy is fire. So
nothing on the SEC Twitter feed, but that may not be. They may not be using that as their.
Yeah, there's been, there's news right now saying that they've got hacked as well, like the actual website. So
let's see. CoinDesk isn't reporting anything. Everyone's probably running around looking for a confirmation, just like we are.
Yeah.
Does it say? Let's see. What's going on with the block?
Yeah, so if you go to right now the Twitter account. ARKB and hold is listed on Fidelity. Limit orders are open. ETF is live. At Vanek US and
go to your trading software and see if any of them are live.
You know what? Yes. Here we go. BTC. I'm not seeing Jack. I'm not seeing Jack here. I'm not.
Comb the desert. We ain't found shit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much here. Like literally, there's just. You talk about dead. Like, give me a second. Yeah, nothing. I would at least see this. You would at least see this. Yeah, look at that. It's nothing. I ain't seeing Jack. Nothing. I mean, it's moving up. It's more like a slow a slow push. I would expect. I mean, there's a lot of trading going on, but I'm not seeing like you would expect a ton of buys coming in. So, yeah, this isn't looking like it's actually happening. You heard it here, guys. First thing, if this thing is,
or spreading more rumors, whichever it is.
Or spreading rumors. Good point. Good point.
Good morning, Carmen Crypto. Carmen Crypto in the house. What a wild day yesterday. Yep. I just did a little mini rugged, ruined, and wrecked episode about the SEC. Rug pulling us.
Well,
that was a wild day yesterday. And I expected more wildness today, but not yet. Not yet. There's seemingly official rumors that.
Let's check this guy out here real quick on X. Let's see here, X.com.
You
pull this up here real quick. I just want to check to see if Darty.
Let's see. Kathy Wood has not posted anything. Neither has ARK Investments.
Oh, this guy he just took down. Yeah, look, holy.
His post is gone already?
Oh no, CBOT, he's posting all this stuff here. By like January 10th, Security and Exchange Commission. To whom it may concern, please be advised that the CBOT CZX exchange has received applications date December 20th.
Oh, well, that's different. I mean, everyone.
No, but he's posting all of these. I'm looking at BTF is ranking #1 on X.com. Twitter trending. All right, here we go. SEC Security and Exchange, Investment Galaxy Bitcoin BTF. 1 fiscal year. Commodity. No, this is another.
All I'm seeing is that the tickers are showing up in Fidelity trading windows.
Yeah,
and you can pull up the order form, but it does not go through. Yeah, so it's evidence that the infrastructure is getting ready behind the scenes to go. Oh, another one here.
Yeah, this on Fidelity.
Yeah, no, so I was just saying here we got that shit for brains. You know what? I'm going to restart that paragraph so the algorithm doesn't link the two what I just said. All right, everybody. Bitcoin Magazine here is talking about Jamie Dimon here. Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin has no value. It's his quote here. And that was from the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. He's says Dimon he would shut down new Bitcoin regulation if he was in government.
They're trying to drop the market. I'm telling you, they're trying to drop the market.
Oh, that's a good point. The manipulation. Dimon on Basel III capital. Blah blah blah. So he's officially trying to. If you do it on live television, it's not exactly manipulating. If you're giving your opinion about things, you know, it's.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Yep, it looks like he's just trying to manipulate the market. And I'm looking at this right now. I'm not seeing a lot of volume. So you would assume. So it's listed. You can actually pull up the listing. But it like you said, it's not one of those things that. So Hold and ARKB are open for trading. But it's not looking like it's going through like you said. So yeah, here you go. But it does. Here we are, and I'll pull this guy up here. What he's saying. So this right here, like you said, you can actually go to Fidelity and put paperwork into buying it. Real interesting. They wanted to be the first. They wanted to be the first one to list it. I think is what it was. And then from there, once it goes through and gets accepted, then they'll be the first people to actually go through. So there you go. Fidelity is in the game. This is not joking. Fidelity ain't playing. They want part of this market here. So there you go.
They sure do. They sure do. Everybody wants part of it. It's just another. Face it. What has excited the stock market? Or let me rephrase that. The network of financial advisors that invest, John and Jane Doe's and money across the fleets of Edward Jones guys, the guys at Wells Fargo, the guys at Charles Schwab, Ameritrade, all these people that are just out there. They haven't had anything new and fun to talk about in a while. And it's not necessarily, I've kind of been in the financial world for a while, so I get it. You need something to go back and talk to your clients for. You need a reason to call them, and you need a reason for them to take your call. And so a lot of times people say, they're investing the pension money or the 401k money every week, blah, 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 goes on. They don't want to talk to their guy at Edward Jones every week. There's nothing new, nothing going on. But this is a new topic that he can talk about. And he's like, hey, that person will call and call them. And probably the investor will answer the phone saying, hey, I heard some news about this Bitcoin stuff. What's going on? And it'll give them a chance to talk to the client. And anytime they get a chance to talk to the client, they can sell them something. And so that can only be a good thing for this vast network of people that are financial advisors, all your registered brokers and all that stuff around the great internet or the great financial market. And they'll probably do a couple things. A very small percentage of people say, yeah, let's try out these ETFs, see what happens. Let's roll the dice on $2,500 and see if Bitcoin goes through the roof. But then while they're at it, they'll sell them disability insurance, long-term care insurance. They'll sell them a new money market fund or a mutual fund or whatever like that. So this is a good thing for the whole market. When you're just not talking about ETFs and Bitcoin, for the whole market in general, it's a good thing because all of these things are things that people, all the financial people out there can use to call their clients. And that's good because they're going to sell stuff. Anyway, Pedro, I know you're limited on time today, so why don't we hit up a bunch of charts to go over and that type of stuff. We'll do that. I can see you're offline for a second here, but when you come back, ladies and germs.
So I hear you, brother.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, that's all right. Yes. No worries. I know you. Like I said, I know you're limited on time. Pedro's only gonna be here till the top of the hour here, so likely, like I said at the beginning, we'll have a short show for you today, unless news breaks about something, and then we'll come back. But probably not. Got real world stuff to do again.
So let's go ahead and jump into some of this. If you guys have any likes that you guys want me to go check out, please let me know. We are it's my joy to help you guys out, have you guys look at things that you want to see. That's it's one of the things that I do enjoy. So, hey guys, please put down information. I'm just going to go over real quick what I think is something pertinent to what we're seeing. So again, I want you guys to check out ETH. ETH is definitely kind of going sideways here. Come on. ETH is going sideways here, which is pretty nice. And one of those things that I think is important to pay attention to is, give me 1 second. We're in this range here between here and here. But like I said, we're seeing volume pick up on ETH, right? So you can see that people are picking up, trying to purchase and see what's going on. So I think they're actually prepping for the next stage here. So be looking at ETH or ETH type projects, right? Because when ETH goes up, they go up as well, right? Let's go ahead and look at Shiba Inu, Mr. Shiba. You can see here we hit that 8-period moving average, and we're seeing a sell-off down into these lower levels. I believe you can see here, even with these a decent amount of volume coming in, it really didn't break out. So it looks like there's an even amount of buyers and sellers coming in that are taking the other side to the longs. So something to be paying attention to. Let's go ahead and check out ARB here, because I think ARB is again another one that is a sleeping giant, right? Like they had the decent sell-off now, and they're actually pushing up with decent volume. So looking at this is something to be paying attention to. I hope you guys were able to get in at some of that $1.60 before it does, if it does take off. But I'm seeing here that they're actually seeing volume step in at the $12, or excuse me, not $12, $2 mark here. I'll be paying attention to that. If we see a quick flash or a quick flash crash here, there you go. Be looking for something like that so you can get in at a lower level if we do see that. Let's check out Bone here real quick. Bone, 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 bone. Bone again has continued to follow the 8-period moving average, like I've talked about, and it's continuing down. So I am looking to see it come in around that 43-cent area mark. I'm pretty sure it's going to drop and then see a rebound and push back up. So be looking for that. I'm trying to think what we also normally, let's go to CAS. Caspa here, you can see here we're still consolidating in between this range area. I do expect us to see some type of sell-off, so be ready for that. Let's go ahead and look at Sol. Sol here, as you can see here, it's still kind of going sideways. We did have a pretty, it's still midday. We have a pretty big not sell-off, but a bunch of selling volume coming in. So be ready. We could see a decent sell-off here down to the lows that I've talked about, that $31 mark. Let's go ahead and pull up NETz. NETz here again, like I talked about yesterday, that we were putting in a seller wick here, and we gapped up to go down. So be paying attention to that, guys. Our guys in NETz, look, I talked about how take part of that profit, right, and potentially if you want to, you know, this is your decision. If I was to get into this, is what I would do. You know, if I was trading this, you know, it pushed up, take off that, and be looking to, if you're going to get in at these lower prices here on NETz. Unfortunately, that's always sad. I know as a dev, when you see a sell-off of your chart, it always hurts. So
well, they had a big gain up anyway, so everyone's fat in the bags right now, and people might be diversifying a little bit.
Yep. And so, and then one last thing here. What was, and I believe we normally do something.
Theta.
What do we know? Theta. There we go. Yep. Let me check out Theta. Boom. There you go. Theta. You can see here again, I've talked about the supply zone sitting here. I expected to see it come down at least into that 94-cent area, and really coming to touch that 85-cent area for a decent profit. If you're looking to get in on here, this is where I would maybe start to reinvest my gains, starting here at the 85-cent, but really looking at that 64-cent mark area here is really, I think, is a good area. Hitting that supply area here, if we come and we see a big volume increase into this level here, expect a huge push through this supply zone and get into that next supply zone sitting at 263 to 235 there in that area here. If that's how I would play this. So I believe that's it in a nutshell. So
alrighty.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's give a quick look at Bonk. Let's see if the Bonk chart matches the Solana chart.
There we are. Ether USD. Here we go. Okay, no, not as much. So they actually sold off pretty hard.
Yep.
Whereas if you let's go ahead and overlay this here real quick. Bonk and what's the other one? Focus. Bonk and Solana. So
I gotta figure out how to do that. I don't know how to overlay charts.
You actually come to just the plus here, where it says where you go here, you hit the plus, and then it goes there.
Oh.
It's Yep. So you can see here that this is the big push and a sell-off. It pretty much is holding in the same leverage here. And then at the same time, let me go ahead and pull this up here real quick. So you can see here was the peak and then a bit of a sell-off. You're seeing some type of push. So I guess it is kind of peaking here. So this is where you saw, and then the big push. So they're still holding it, whereas Bonk is having a bit of a sell-off, but it's still trading. I do see here by looking at it that if you're going to get into Bonk here, I would look primarily at this lower level or potential coming down to that 4489 area, 45 area here. If you're looking to get back into Bonk, I already talked about this area being a support area here coming in as well. Where is maybe I have it under something else, UST. Maybe it's Maybe it's this one that I have my. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Bonk, bonk, bone, cake. Yeah. I marked this up the other day. I'm just trying to remember where it was at that I marked. Bonk spot. Nope. Bonk. Tether. Nope. All right, my friend. But that's it. That's where I'm looking at. If I'm going to this, maybe it was. Nope. All right, let's look at bonk here. We'll just do spot here then. All right, so this is the areas that I'm looking at right here. If I was going to be getting in, I thought I had not, didn't I mark this up? Wow.
I can't remember.
All right, so this would be the area right here. Would be this area. Would be that. And then the next area that I'd be looking at is really this area here. Come on. Right here at this level. These are decent levels. This one's already been traded through. And so I'm looking at these levels as levels to be purchasing if you're looking to continue long. But personally, I think that we are seeing a sell-off with bonk, and the reason why, as you can see here, we hit that 20 period moving average, which is the 8. We're finding support on that 8, but it's still sold off, and it's trying to hold, and we're not finding enough buyers coming in. So it's one of the things you need to be paying attention to. If this thing does sell off, again, look for that 7.2 area as well as the 2.2 area. All right, so that's it in a nutshell, my friends.
That's in a nutshell. That's what Pedro has brought us today. The good news about the charts is that they haven't tanked with this volatility, and hasn't the mess from the past day hasn't really spooked the markets.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a little bit in which there's no appreciation going on, but there's no tankage, and that's a good thing. People are holding onto their positions, trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. Oh, that's why I just found my source of my echo. Ha ha, you dipshit, Tom. Yeah, I had the Twitter producer window opened for the stream going out to Twitter, and I forgot to mute that.
Oh, it happens. I get it. It is all good. It is all good. Look, I do got to get going, my brothers.
Right, we knew. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. It's okay. It's okay. If you guys have any questions, concerns, let me know. I'm here. If you guys want me, also leave a comment down in the lower parts of the comments here. I would love to be able to go over stuff with it. Tom would, just let me know so I can prep the chart there, and then be able to show you guys where I'm looking. If actually, let me give you the top side here. If this starts to continue and we see bonk, the next real supply area is honestly the top here. So we're going to go through.
That bonk's got a lot of. That's got to move a lot. A lot of money has got to come back into that thing.
But from this moment on, there's this area and then this area right here. Come on, why are you doing that? Okay, all right. Let's do this right then. Boom. All right, so there's this area. This is why we're hitting it, because this supply zone. There are a lot of sellers sitting right here, so that's actually why we're bouncing off. The next spot that we would actually hit isn't all the way until we get up to this level here.
Wow.
Right here and right here. Yeah, so when we talk about supply and demand zones, this is where I'm looking at from this level to, if we get through this area, then the next stopping point is up at the peaks here for bonk. So, yep, that's in a nutshell. All right, guys, I got to head out of here. I got to make some calls. But let me reach back out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel, and we'll make things happen. Look forward to seeing you guys.
All right, Pedro, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate the quick run through the charts. Very rarely do we get Pedro for a short period of time, and also just a limited talking.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I can
all right, PG.
All right, talk to you soon, brother.
All right,
Peace
bye.
out.
All right, everybody, let's rearrange the studio here for a little bit. I like this view when Pedro's up here. I like that. I got the Bitcoin price up ahead, on top of me, which does seem to be jumping around here today. Let's drop Pedro's window off there. Yeah, that doesn't help anything. Oh, I know. Let's put the. Well, my two prices. That's a coin market cap price up here, and this is the. I don't know what the hell price it is. I don't know where it pulls from, but they're a little out of sync. We see Cardano holding on 50. We don't have Dr. Chuck in the house today. Big Cardano aficionado. I got to tell you, who's been on the TV a lot here, as they say, is Charles from Cardano. Charles Hoskinson. I can't ever pronounce his last name right. Like I said, he's in the queue to be on our show here. Or I should say, I'm in the queue for him to be on the show. It's a long queue. And apparently the queue gets rearranged based on the news that they want to put out and the size of someone's channel. And he's been on by himself recently. And he's also been on a couple of LinkedIn influencers. I wouldn't say the word influencers. Big LinkedIn voice or LinkedIn channels. Talking about what's going on with Cardano. And the things coming up with them. As we all know, Cardano takes a long-term approach for things. They're not out there trying to pump anything. They're just saying, we're developing this. It's going to take a while. Just like any normal business, normal businesses don't make any money until the year 5. Really. I mean, I've run a couple of normal businesses, and one of them didn't make any money at all. Had lots of cash coming in, but we didn't make it to year 5. And then a second one, I was making money fairly soon, but it wasn't stable. So you need that. You need a couple of years to really get things going in most businesses to keep your customer base plugged into you, buying your product, sending you cash, getting it built out into their budgets, and growing it so that you can make a profit. And that's what Cardano's doing, and a lot of people give him grief for that. A lot of people give Cardano all sorts of grief. Because of Charles's slow ways and all this type of stuff. And well, he's building for the future. He is not chumbaloning it around here, as they say. Sorry, I just had to bring this back. Careful what you read on the internet. The best source of information about the SEC is the SEC. If you give me a second here, I'm trying. Behind the scenes, I'm trying to get another guest to come on today to talk about this ETF mess. Give me 1 second here. Might as well do the quick social media check and look who we got right at the beginning here of the social media check. Ladies and gentlemen, Kitching. Did that work? It did work, so I played it twice. Love it. Welcome, Kaching. Welcome to the house today. We've got a short, small show for you today. We've had some big ones the past couple of days. Monday was our Boomer show. Tuesday was our 3/4 Boomer show. And Wednesday turns out to be a regular show. We're missing Pitmonk, and Pitmonk was bringing in the main NETz community all week, and a bunch of other people as well. And that didn't happen today. So we got a small show, a small group here. And Pedro had stuff to do today, so he already had to leave for the show. So I'm not going to be up and running here much longer, as I got real world stuff to do, as they say. Not like this isn't the real world, but we're trying to do it. Kaching, what's going on in your day? That's the weather like where you are. Here in Ottawa, not to talk about nothing, but yesterday they forecasted Snowmageddon. Snow 40 centimeters. That's a lot of snow. That's, I don't know, 16 inches or so of snow. It was going to be a big deal. The ski area is just across the way right here is Quebec. And it's where they have these low-lying hills that have a couple of ski areas. They haven't had any snow. This is the year it's going to get back to skiing, but the areas have been crappy. And then it rains. Yeah, the ski season's getting rug pulled, ladies and gentlemen, just like the SEC rug pulled us. Oh, those bastards. Those sneaky bastards. Let me get the other quote here. Let me just go over this again. I love every second of it. The great SEC rug pull. Today's approval enhances market transparency and provides investors with efficient access to digital asset investments within a regulated framework. Gary Gensler. Today, the SEC grants approval for Bitcoin. Yada, yada, yada. 5 minutes later, just like survey says, the SEC account was compromised. It will be fun to see how that turns out, whether somebody got hacked. I'm guessing somebody got hacked. Let's put it out there this way. Gary Gensler's got 27 million followers or something like that. Or whatever, not 27 million followers, but a lot. And he gets millions and millions of views for each of his tweets, especially this one. I grabbed this when it was only at 2.9 million, but I think it's gone to 27 million or something like that. If any of you had a Twitter account with that kind of reach, would you ever be the one touching it? Or the SEC's main account? No, of course the chair of the SEC isn't gonna do that, and I doubt he controls his own account simply because of security reasons. If you controlled it, that means people are trying to hack you all the time. So there's a marketing company out there, or a marketing intern, like we saw at was it CoinDesk or Cointelegraph? Which one was it that made the tweet that tanked the Bitcoin market because of a wrong tweet? But anyway, today the SEC grants approval. Rug pulled. Little snow yesterday, chilly today. Although it started to rain. It snowed overnight a little bit, and we got a little bit of snow, but it warmed up, and so it turned to mush, and then it rained. But this morning we had a beautiful rainbow, end to end. You could see it out the back window here. Oh, and that was a sign. It was a sign of good things to come. And the end of it was actually pretty close. It looked like it was just coming over this building over here. So I'm like, I can reach out and get my leprechaun's pot of gold. I can get my Lucky Charms. Sorry, Dara. That was a bad Irish accent. But anyway, that's a sign. That's a sign of good things to come, I believe. I believe that inherently. Anyway, we've got a small group today. Anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. I'm going to start going through just a few of the news things up just to talk about that. And as I do, opine about them. But bring up any topics that you want me to look up or anything like that. I've got about 15 minutes left in the show before I have to run. And we can talk about these things. As everyone else knows, even though Pedro's not here, I do love talking about this stuff. We're obviously going to go to our in-house portfolio now. Thank you, Mike. Our biggest loser now is BNB. I know, I made the mistake. I bought too much of it. I bought $5,000 worth of it instead of $1,000 worth of it. Pedro said, "Don't buy any of it, short it," and I didn't. Anyway, we're still up. We're still up $571 here in our portfolio. Our best performer was a Bitcoin trade that we did. We are up in main nets, but that's sinking as that their price kind of comes down after their hype up to 14 cents or 15 cents. We're still up $385 in that. We've got $19,554 worth of tether to do. Just sitting there in cash. So we need a trade. If anyone has a good project that's on CoinMarketCap, it doesn't have to be a blue chip stock here. It can be a meme coin or something like that. We'll take a look at it and potentially add it to the mix. But it's starting to get a little fun with the portfolio here. The trading portfolio, obviously, we want to take this number 25,000 here and turn it into $100,000. We want to mimic our real life skills. Well, maybe not so real life skills, but we'd all like to do that. We'd all like to turn it. Actually, what we'd like to do is 10x it and pay off pay off part of the mortgage, get a car, all that type of stuff, kids' colleges, yada, yada, yada. But I don't think that's going to happen with this one at this point. The market's kind of steady here. Unfortunately, the market was such a bear market for a while, and I was thinking about doing this on this show for a while. And the altcoins really started running about the middle of November or so. And I was like, come on, man, because let's wait till a little Christmas money comes in, and then we have a little extra cash. At the beginning, at the end of November and December, anyone that has kids doesn't have any extra money to invest in the market because you got to buy Christmas presents. And so I was not able to take advantage of the altcoin run-ups other than regular stuff. And I forgot to do it on the portfolio. Our portfolio would be up huge. We would have taken this $25,000, and it would be 75 or 100 now if we it just started this process a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. Because we would have put some, because right now, so I'm going to Pedro about it, and he's like, well, all the alts are kind of hanging out waiting for BTC to see what it's doing. And so we would have had a better chance at this. At timing the market. Everyone always looks back and says, oh, I should have done it then, all this type of stuff. Nobody, anyone that can actually time the market, would be the richest person in the planet in a small period of time. You just double your money every day. Oh, I made 25 grand today. Oh, I made 50 grand. Made 100 grand, 200 grand, 400, 800. Boom, suddenly you're the richest person in the world. It would be that easy, wouldn't it? Don't need to double it. All you need to do is make like 1% or 2% a day. And that's all you need. Anyway, let's see here. Here's the story about the U.S. senators demand explanations for the fake tweet. Here's the explanation. I got hacked. Marketing intern number 4 got hacked. But like I said, the interesting part of this story to come out is going to be not just who, but how long that person had been compromised and how long that guy or the hacker had been waiting to send that tweet, and if they actually made any money from it. Dara says, no regrets. No regrets? Maybe no regrets? No regrets. Where did that screen go? As the crypto world waited with bated breath to see if the SEC would approve one or more of the spot Bitcoin ETFs Tuesday, the regulators' Twitter account appeared to confirm that multiple ETFs had been given the green light. Minutes later, SEC Chair Gensler took to Twitter to announce that the regulators' account had been compromised. How about that? Yeah. Vance and Tillis wrote that the fake SEC announcement and subsequent, these are senators, retraction led to extreme volatility in the price of Bitcoin, and investors incredibly confused. Well, the senators aren't really speaking the truth there. They're just kind of making some PR stuff up. But whenever the markets are volatile, they say, well, people lost out on that. Everybody knew the market was going to be very volatile during this ETF period. Nobody knew if it was going to FOMO pump or panic dump. If I'm talking about it on just this tiny channel, they're talking about it in the trading rooms all over the place. And so people have hedged properly. They've done their research properly. Stupid mic. They've done their research properly. And obviously some people had orders in that got hit going up and hit coming back, and that quick heartbeat yesterday up to 48,000 and then back to whatever. I don't know what it went up to yesterday, 40, whatever it was. Went up, then it went down very quickly. Nobody was really hurting that because everyone was prepared. And as we all know, most Bitcoin wallets are long-term holders. There's not a lot of short-term holders. Let's see. The senators demand the SEC explain how the fake announcement came to be made. Yeah. Twitter safety post-mortem of the incident stated that the incident was not due to any breach of X's systems, but rather due to an unidentified individual obtaining control over a phone number associated with the SEC Gov account through a third party. Oops. Oh, I love it. I'm going to just do a quick sound check here now that Pedro's not here.
Right.
The music just a little too loud during this. Anyway, a wonderful news story. The other stories: Bitcoin ETF deadline looms. It's all systems go. As we all know, we can't just can't keep talking about this forever. It's going to happen today, or it's not going to happen. This little article over here: a Twitter SEC account didn't have two-factor authentication at the time of fake Bitcoin ETF news hack. I can tell you this is a topic that's a mess right now, because most of the two-factor authentication that Twitter has been using has been through SMS on your cell phone, and so important accounts on Twitter have famously been getting SIM swapped. And even though people tell, like one poster on Twitter who's has a huge following and is big in the crypto world, and then subsequently had $500,000 worth of NFT stolen from him, had his SIM swapped, even though he told his phone company, said, "You can't change my phone unless I'm there in person and present my valid driver's license." Said, "You can't, no doing it over the phone, no doing it on the internet website, no doing it internally within T-Mobile or Bell or Sprint or AT&T or whoever it was. I, as the person, has to show up." And that's an option for a lot of phone companies. I have to show up at a store and present my valid ID and or two forms of ID. Now, that's a problem if you're traveling. I've been traveling and lost my phone in other countries where there's no store, but I've had a second SIM card in which I would call and say, "All right, this is my new SIM card. Here's the number," and they would make it work. This wouldn't work in that case. I'd have to go in, so it's kind of a pain. But he still had his SIM swap happen, and all of a sudden his phone's not working, but he's getting all these emails saying withdrawal, and then all of a sudden his emails stop working because the hacker changed the password on those. Since he had his phone, he could get the SMS to do that too. So this topic is kind of like, for a while Twitter was saying, well, maybe you don't want to use two-factor authentication, just a stronger password or something like that. Use a different email that's not linked to your Twitter account for password reset, something like that. Anyway, it was a mess. Let's see, what is the other news here on Decrypt? Let's see if we get some new news. No, Decrypt is kind of old. Good stuff always on there's an article, Crypto Degens Betting Millions. Oh yeah, this is the betting market. This isn't trading in DeFi or trading in exchanges. This is just betting. And so crypto analysts are increasingly convinced that spot Bitcoin will be approved. Why? Because Polymarket, a prediction market that accepts cryptocurrency payments, has taken in over $6.7 million worth of bets on whether a Bitcoin ETF will indeed be approved. This is interesting. By January 15th, so they're given a 5-day. But there's people that bet on it. We all know there's degens in betting. I mean, that's the original degen, right? Is betting on sports, betting on the horses, betting on random stuff. All right, let's see what CoinDesk is there giving us. Any new news? Everyone wants the SEC's fake news to be real. Tokenized treasury surging demand prompts yield, blah, blah, blah. Did the fake Bitcoin announcement prove approval is a sell the news event? I would argue no. Doesn't matter what that article says. Bitcoin traders seek protection from price declines as ETF deadline puts are overbought and calls are being sold. That's interesting. So they're planning on, the options market is planning on a decrease in the price. But this is one to pay attention to. We were talking about this the other day. Pedro and I were talking about Ethereum. Ethereum's been, they've been the outcast cousin here lately. And people are betting on whether they're going to get an ETF, because if Bitcoin goes at it, and once they get that mechanism to do a Bitcoin one, that took a long time. The second one will take less time, third one less, and then all of a sudden it'll become standard issue type stuff. Algorand Foundation, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin ETF chaos memorialized on the blockchain with nod to Chancellor on the brink reference. If we all call the Genesis block on BTF, included the headline of the Times of London. And he included the text, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout. And a jokester pays $2.97 to record the one-liner, SEC chairman on the brink of second ETF approval on the blockchain. Yeah. Only $90 million in liquidations yesterday. That's not bad. That's like nothing. Hackers seized SEC phone number. Well, that was yesterday. I haven't seen that news today. Phone number to post fake Bitcoin ETF approval. Security Exchange did not employ basic security measures and was compromised. Latent safety team said, please, blah, blah, blah. The compromise is not due to any breach, blah, blah, blah. So he seemingly rules out an inside job or fat finger theory. It raises new questions. Turns out the SEC is wrong about the wrong security guy. Mr. Saturday Night Live there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Gone on long enough here today. Like I said, a short show that actually a long show used to be an hour. And now that is a short show. But that's all I got for you today. We wanted to talk about that. We wanted to be ready to talk about the ETF stuff, but it looks like it's nothing going on with that today. I doubt they're going to announce it at the close of the markets. Actually, I have no idea. I have no idea if they're going to announce it at the close of the markets. I was trying to figure out internally in the old striking brain here when would be a good time to announce that. Close of markets, opening of markets. There's theories on all of that stuff. Bitcoin trading just over 46,000 again. After a nice little dip down, even down into the 44s this morning. Anyway. Tomorrow we're supposed to have Patrick Camuso from Camuso CPA on the show to talk about a couple of things. To talk about how to get ready to file your taxes and what to look out for in the paperwork to get from all of your vendors and all that. Your vendors, your financial institutions. And he's going to talk a little bit about the new rules that the IRS is putting out there amongst turning us into a giant surveillance state and tattling on each other. Although, as Patrick says, he's running a very busy business this time of year, and he may have to cancel. But that's the plan, to have him on tomorrow. So we'll have Pedro talking about charts, and we'll have Patrick on the first half of the show to talk about taxes and what's going on with that. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. As they say, once again, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking here in the digital media world. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow on this channel, so be there. My microphone got in the way. I got to come up with a better way of doing this. damn microphone. Interesting day.